What's up, all you cool kids? This is Daisy Collins of TsunamiRose.net coming at you live from my craft room here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as I do Monday through Friday, bringing you guys a junk journal content. Today, guys, I decided to do a little simple project and I cut up a bunch of I cut up a bunch of pieces of cardstock into smaller pieces. Some of these I'm going to fold in half to make little journal cards. I want to stamp on them. I want to put little rounded edges. I'll do all that after they are coffee dyed. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to coffee dye these scraps with alcohol inks. And honestly, my alcohol inks are so old. They are so but I am going to be working with them anyways. Some of them, I really don't know how viable they are actually because they are actually so old. Do these have an expiration date? I don't know. I'm trying to make sure that they're still fluid. We will find out today if these work. And I also have a big old batch of coffee right here. And I didn't really measure the type of the coffee that I put in there. I kind of just put it in a bunch of coffee, and then I dipped in a piece of paper to see the color, and I decided that wasn't dark enough, and so then I put in more coffee, dipped in another piece of paper, and so now this is my coffee paper dipped in twice. Anyways, so I also have a bowl. Hi, how are you? I also have a bowl over here with some water. And I am working just on my work table with a towel on top, well, not a kitchen towel, a towel on top, a beach towel. And my work surface is actually a dining table, so I'm sure it could take a little bit of water, splish splash here and there. So that's just what I'm working on in case you guys wanted to know. So if you don't have any coffee and you have some brown ink, you can color that with that. I've used that before. Here's some pretty blue. This is Distress Ink in Stormy Sky. I'm shaking it because I really don't know how long I've had it just sitting here. And I just have a little bit of water. I don't really have a lot. Can't really tell you how much. Don't really measure anything. And I'm just going to put in a squirt of color there. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know. I'm not measuring. We'll see right now if it's enough. Let me get something to mix this with. I didn't think about that. We got a spoon. I don't know what else to do. I'm going to get a spoon. And this is what we're gonna test it and see if it needs more color or not. Probably could have used less water in here. I'm just going to dip this other side, and it is not very colorful. Let me take out some water. Actually, it might be too much water. I'm going to be wanting to do different colors, so it's okay. This whole container might be too big. Hang on. Hang on, I'm going to grab something smaller. Okay. This time I probably didn't use enough water, but that's okay. I'm only going to do a little bit of certain colors, and then we're going to move on to other ones. Let's see. You can see that it hardly painted it blue. Hardly. So maybe this is less water. It'll concentrate it a little bit more. It is also a very light color. Okay. So let's mix that up. That certainly looks a lot darker than the other one. If not, I have other blues to darken it up if I'm not happy with this. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's much darker. Much, much darker. So dip it on one side, and you can also let it like drip like that. That's cool. We can also dip it in more coffee to kind of have them blend a little bit better. And this one's a little interesting looking. Put it right here so you can see. That one looks pretty nice. I'm happy with that. Hey Monique, what is up, girl? I'm gonna do the same thing with these other pieces of paper. And then I do kind of shake it off a little bit. And I'm going to dip it into the brown, the coffee. And I did put a piece of fabric off camera so that I can dry these. These look pretty. And then what we could do also is just dip the edges. Kind of let them drip down. I'm shaking the color back and forth. It kind of stays. Let's see. Oh, it looks cool when you dip the blue in the coffee too. Okay, let's do that in this one. We'll dip this half in blue. Part in the coffee to get a very nice blend of colors there. I like the gradients that it makes. Like that. That was like perfectly gradient out. I love it. I love it. Let's do some that are just blue. I'll just cut it into random sizes here. I'll dip this one fully in coffee. I was also trying to experiment with a piece of plastic tablecloth to see if I can get an impression, but I think I have to bake it in order to get an impression of these. At least I think. Let's see this coffee one right here. And I'm just gonna air dry these. I'm not in the mood to turn on the oven. And let's see, I'm gonna put the dye color on this plastic thing. What's that gonna do? I don't know, but let me just put it on here. I wanna see if it does anything. Because I heard if you lay it on there, it might, the impression, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's gonna do anything. It's just sitting there. Okay, I just wanna try it. I need to use the oven with that. That's what I need to do. See, this looks a little interesting. Place some color. I can make some drip effects. Yeah. Let's see. There you go, creates a little drip effect. Okay, so that'll be different than those. Okay, cool. I like that. My coffee's actually not hot anymore, so my coffee's cold. Don't know what that has to do with anything, but I don't want to dip my fingers in hot coffee anyways. I do like the effect that oven drying makes. Just not in the mood to oven dry things. It's still like 100 degrees. I'm moving everything off to the side. This, I'll do something with it when it dries, maybe. And I'm kind of going to lay them on top of each other, so maybe they like transfer colors or something. You can put golden shiny color between the two. Golden shiny color. I had gold. do like this blue though. I am into it. Oh, that looks cool. So I got it dripping blue and then it captured it right there, if you can see. So I like that. I'm digging it. This one I dipped in blue first and then in coffee. So kind of subdued the color a little bit. I like that. And I can put the coffee spots on other papers like that and make those drip. Shaking it a little bit, you see the drips on there. That looks good. Okay, let's move on from this color now. Let's make it I have green too. Okay, let me get a couple more with this blue here, just the blue. I saw this really cool image on Pinterest where they just stamped on like just coffee dyed, just looked like white cardstock, but they coffee dyed on it, so it looked really cool. And then they stamped on it. So I want to stamp on these. I think that'll be fun. Just gonna pile these on top like that so they mix colors and stuff. Sometimes they leave different like light shadow effects. Well, it happens like that when I do it in the oven. Hi, Millie, and hi, Michelle. How are y'all? How are you? You know what I really want to do is I have mica powder. That would be fun to use somehow. I've actually been watching a lot of videos about card making. So there's these videos where they use mica powder to make like this glue paste. It's really interesting. It's like a glue paste. And they have stencils. I don't know. I can't remember if I have stencils. I think I have one stencil. Just one. Dyeing that one blue. Trying to use up as much of this as I can. I should have, let's see. Just dipping it in a little bit of coffee. Give it a little bit of distress. Run the coffee down the edges like that. That's great. There we go. If you see little concentrations of ink, you need to try and get the spot to fall down somewhere. That looks pretty. These are gonna look nice. I'm excited. Okay. Jessica says, are you going to mix the alcohol ink with the water? I've never used alcohol inks. I just bought 5. Nice to have some new ideas. I was going to use them on my gel plate. Hi, Eula. And hi, Jessica. Thank you for your question. I'm not going to, well, this right here is a mixture of water and alcohol ink right here. This blue specifically, this is alcohol and water, alcohol inks and water. And my alcohol inks are old. I always thought I'd use them up, and you know what? I never did. Let me put these off to the side. So I want to use up a little bit more of the blue before I dump it. I could add a brighter blue. I'm going to do that in a second so I can get a little variety of colors. Right there, around the blue. Okay, now I can put in, I got ink somewhere, spilled somewhere. Guess we'll figure out which one. I don't know which one yet. Something green is spilling. These are so old. Something busted. Something busted. Yep. I don't know how long ago. Ooh, this is a disaster zone right here. I still don't know which is the one that's spilled. Ah, this one. Ooh, this one's not even closed. Okay, let's go in the trash. Okay. Anyways. I thought you used Tim Holtz reinkers. Yeah, I can use the reinkers too. This one's, yeah, these are reinkers, right? Yeah, Distress ink. I believe these are also reinkers. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna get color all over my fingers now because of this, but you know what? It's okay. There we go. Right. My fingers are already all blue. Okay, so let me add some of this alcohol ink called Stream. If you stamp on the dyed paper before it dries without any ink, it will love some of the coffee or alcohol and leave a ghostly image. Oh, that's interesting. This one's going to make it a more green type of color. I just squirted in there. These are on their last leg. And it's okay. It's fine. Let's mix it up. Yes, this makes it more of a turquoise instead of stormy sky. So let's have some fun with this right here. Something is chunky. These are old, so there's something chunky in here. I don't even know how to describe it. Let me dip part of this in here so we can see the difference in color right there. When I added more of the blue-green color. Ella, hi Ella. Okay, let me get some coffee ink on this. And we're gonna get some of this on here. Oh, this is gonna be beautiful with the coffee. It's more of a teal. Let's get those drips going. Yes, the drip. Sorry, I'm like off camera. I'm trying to make this drip right here. That looks fabulous. And now I'm gonna try dunking it in the blue first. You see those chunks? I don't know what that is. It's not normal. Then I'm gonna dunk it in the coffee and you get this like vintage effect. It turns it into like a robin's egg blue. And it just looks fabulous with the coffee there. And get this one off to the side. Okay. I'm just separating some papers here off camera so that they dry. I guess the whole, oh yeah, that does do that. Okay, cool. Just separating them a little bit. Oh, this is exciting. I can't wait to stamp on this. It's gonna be so much fun. Let's dip some in just coffee and then I can come back in. I have some off to the side. This is one of the first ones that I dipped. So this one's just coffee dyed. And I can just do the edges. Get enough on here on the edges so that I can create a drip. Or it could just be dyed there on the edge. I don't know why it's not creating an edge. I'm trying to like even scoop up some water. There we go. Gotta scoop up some water. And that makes it look really nice. This I like a lot. I am enjoying this. This is fun. Okay, I'm gonna get some of this coffee drip over here. Okay. Hi, Miss Gigi. How are you? Oh, I have yellow. Nice. I bought these so long ago. And they've stayed pretty good. I mean, I can't say that they've... Some of them, like I said, this one's a little chunky and I don't know why it's dropping. Boy, it's chunky. But I still like it. Just gonna keep dipping it in coffee until I get the color I like. Oh, yeah. The coffee drips on now, it's fine. This one I dumped in blue and then dumped in coffee. I'm gonna dunk it in coffee again. Yes. I'm gonna dunk this one in the blue. That way that teal's nice and bright on there. Get some drips. Yes, that one looks beautiful. Okay. Putting some off to the side. This is so exciting. I was gonna like cut them up tonight, but I was like, no, I'm just gonna dunk them and then we'll cut them up and fix them up tomorrow whenever I feel like it. So here's some blue. Am I getting some of the colors on the coffee? I mean, probably. Probably I am. I'm not mad at it. It's okay. That looks good. See, this one got a good stain on there. I like that. Oh, this is so beautiful. I'm so excited. Let me just use this up. And this could dye so much stuff. I used the smallest amount of water that I could here, and it will dye a lot of things. Yes, let's get this too. Let's get this drip in. Let me get this off to the side. Ugh, okay. Patricia, how are you, girl? Welcome, welcome. We're just dunking paper in liquids. That's all we're doing. Yes. Dunk it again, like this one's drying, so let me dunk it again in coffee. So it's a little bit stronger, get the drips going down. Yes, perfect. Making a mess over here, and I'm loving it. I am just loving it. You know what, though? I think the alcohol ink is making my fingers itchy. That is happening. I'm just going to put some blue, kind of scoop it up on the paper, so that way I get some drippage going here. Okay, I'm going to lay it down before I drip some more. That's going to look really cool. Get these off to the side. Okay. All right, let me go empty this out so I can try out the yellow, because I think the yellow is going to look cool with the coffee. Okay. I'm using very, very little water. Very, very little. Let me try this. It says Adirondack alcohol ink. Trying to figure out what color. It doesn't say what color. It does not say what color. Let me just shake it up just because they're so old. Okay. Give me a little thumbs up if you guys are enjoying. Oh my gosh, I can't open this. If you guys are enjoying the mess I'm making, I cannot open this. Okay, hang on. I'm trying to. Let me get. I'm gonna get my pliers. I don't know what else to do besides go to my husband. Okay, I got it. There's the crustiness. Let's get some yellow in here. I put in a lot, you guys. I don't I don't care about these bottles. So all goes in is fine with me. Didn't all go in really. Okay. This yellow looks a little cloudy compared to the other colors. It's a little suspicious. Just a little bit. But it dyes yellow. Not enough yellow for me. But it is a nice, bright, sunny yellow. Just dunk it in the coffee over here. I don't think it's much of a, it is a nice little like color gradient a little bit. But I'm not loving it. So why don't I put in some of this rusty hinge? Should I put in more yellow? Oh, wait, here's this butterscotch alcohol ink. Maybe give me less, oh gosh. It'll probably give me less orange than that other one, but that's okay. Okay, there we go. Sticky art channel, hello. Hello, hello. Okay, that is all sorts of crusted up. What does that? I don't know. I'm really putting a lot in here. Hi, Maggie. What is up? How are you? Okay, let's mix. This looks so suspicious. Why does it? It looks like curry. Like it is like muddy. All the other colors have been kind of like clear. This looks like jello. Like, I don't know. Okay, that looks way nicer. Much more brighter of a yellow that I would be looking for. Dunk it in that coffee. Actually, this yellow might look good with that blue. I still have the jar of this blue water. Hang on. Okay. So from the first batch of water, I still have more blue. I think this yellow and this blue would look beautiful. Let me put some more of this stream in here to make it more turquoise. Whatever measurement that is. Maggie, I was watching your videos where you hand torn fabric for your tags. Yes. And I need to make more bows for the rest of my life. But I was just so excited about that fabric. I didn't even care. I was like so happy I got to use it for once. Okay, so let's see. I got the yellow over here. This blue one's a bigger bowl, but that's okay. I'm happy with this yellow. It is nice and bright, which is what I wanted. And I think it'll look super cool with this blue. And then once it dries, I'm going to dunk it in coffee. So I like the look of this. Let me dunk this in yellow first, but this might make this green. I really don't know. I dunked the whole thing in yellow. It makes that teal color. It almost looks like coffee dyed it. With just a little bit of this yellow, you can make it look like you tea dyed something. You see that yellow? That looks like a nice tea dye color before I added the butterscotch. Let me put these pieces off to the side. My fingers are gonna be all colorful. Okay. Do they dry lighter? They do dry a little bit lighter. I don't have a comparison for you because none of them are really dry. But this, from the color of the water, it looked like this is going to be really blue. But it's just it's the color of the bottle. It says stormy sky. So even though the water looks dark, it still turns to the color that it says on the bottle. So some turn light. Most of these are still wet, so sorry, I'm doing air drying. Okay, so let's dunk this in coffee. With the right combination of alcohol inks, you can even fake coffee dyeing. I've done it before, or I just dyed it with brown alcohol ink, and it looks great. What kind of paints are those? I am using water and distress inks. Distress and alcohol inks, actually. Some of them are alcohol inks. But just water and these colors right here. Okay. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Hang on, my cat moved my light situation. Come on. Of course, this cat. This cat. Okay, sorry. Let's get more yellow here. This yellow for sure. This yellow looks like it's solid. But when it comes out, it's definitely like a sunshiny yellow. Which I love it. Gotta love it. I'm going to let these dry a little bit before I dunk them in the blue. I don't know if I like this yellow with the coffee. Because it's slightly almost the color of coffee. We'll do some with the coffee. So it looks like a sunburnt, like book page or something. That'll look nice. Like under my nails starting to feel a little itchy. I'm becoming radioactive. I don't know. I can only hope. Yes, this is fun to do if you have never done this. I have done this a while ago. I haven't done it in a minute. But I did do this quite a while ago. I'm definitely loving the blue and the yellow together. Like let it drip down the side type deal. And that looks gorgeous like that. Let it drip down. I love it. See, now that this is yellow, and it kind of dried like only like 5%, but it gives it a darker, it lets the blue settle in a little bit more. Let me see if it does this with coffee. Just gonna color in the edges with coffee. This is gonna look interesting. It's like I'm distressing it, but I'm distressing it with coffee. See that? I like that. This is painted yellow, and I did coffee around the edge. That looks nice. And this one I already dipped in coffee. It dried a little bit. I'm gonna dip the edges in coffee again so it looks a little bit distressed. Might have had to let it dry a little bit more. But you can see how it inks up the edges. To just dunk the edges just in the coffee. Just the edges themselves. Those better be fireworks. Yeah, that sounds like fireworks. I'm telling you, in my hood, you don't know if it's fireworks or not. You're not really sure. Yes, I really like it with the yellow, actually. Some dried a little bit. So let's get some of this blue. Let's get it to drip if possible. You could also distress it with the blue. It would look pretty with the blue. Also kind of just touching the edge. We're just gonna make it touch the edge on one side. Just to add a little interest to that one. Yes, the yellow. So I'm loving the yellow. Why you cry, boo-boo? Because his daddy won't let him in. See, the yellow needs to dry a little bit before you dunk it in the coffee specifically. You want to dunk it in the blue, it's fine. Okay, so I can turn this yellow into a little bit more of an orange color. drip. That's my favorite. And then get that little dripping effect. I love it. Okay, let me set these papers off to the side. Of course, you could get a heat gun and dry these right away. If that's what you want to do, if you're a little impatient. Oh, I love this teal so much. What you want, boy? What you want, boy? Okay. Okay, so let's turn this yellow a little bit more orange. I'm going to use Rusty Hinge. Letitia, what's up? I'm shaking them up because they're old. So if yours are not old, you might not need to shake them up. So let's get this to be a little bit darker. I'm putting it a lot because I don't care. These things are so old. I really need to use them up anyways. You would think I was like afraid of using them all up, and you never really do. Okay, so now we got an interesting color here. So this one was Rusty Hinge. Oh, stop. He's over there by my husband's room, begging to be let in. Okay, so let's see what this orange looks like. See if oh yeah, I mean that is just straight up orange. We went from this color to this color. We have arrived at the orange zone. So I am going to distress this coffee. However, I want to put it in the blue color first. So I'm going to let that one dry a little bit. Let me open the door for my cat because he's dying. Watch out, boo-boo. Watch out. Call him. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to let that one dry a little bit before I dunk it in coffee because the coffee is going to kind of wash out these colors and make it look a little bit more vintage than whatever 90s confection threw up on this. So let's see. Oh my gosh. Drinking coffee. See what this looks like. Oh, I got some coffee on here. Oops. Oops. That's okay. Uh-oh. Well, you don't need that in your life, so just make yourself happy, girl. Let's get, okay, so I got a nice, like, darker line at the bottom. I don't even know how that happened, but that happened. Let me get this in blue here. Okay. So this, it's dried. It needs to dry just a little bit more. This and this. Ooh, this would be cool to dunk in the orange a little bit. Let's see what the edges. And make the edges look a little interesting, maybe. Just very, very lightly touch the edges. That makes it look cool. Really cool. It gives it like a cool, like, border almost. It looks beautiful. This one. Put in some blue in here. I'm going to put orange over here because why? Because I can. That's why. So that one's going to look a little interesting. The blue and the orange. Kind of like that though. It makes that look a little rusted. Okay, so let's see. If I don't know what's going to happen, but if I dunk it in the orange, right? I put a lot of alcohol ink in here. That's why it's so colorful. And then I put it in the blue. What's going to happen? What'll happen? It actually looks brown. Somehow it looks brown. Let me put these off to the side. this, I'm going to wait till it dries just a little bit more. Okay, so yeah, the colors definitely do subdue when dried. I'm getting some interesting combos over here. Oh, here's one I can dunk in. Okay. This one looks like a circus kind of journal card. I want it to look vintage. So I believe this is the yellow and the blue. I'm going to mix this in with coffee, the whole thing. Dunk the whole thing in coffee. And it's just going to make it look more vintage. You see how it looks more vintage rather than like circus? Same with this one. This one has the orange and the blue, and I'm going to dunk the whole thing in coffee. And it really like grunges it up, you know? And so it takes away the brightness from the orange. And it kind of grunges up the blue. I might dunk those in coffee again. So these are the light blue ones that I did. I'm really happy with the coffee. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. I would normally bake these, but I'm just, like I said, I'm just not in the mood to deal with an oven. I could just put these outside. It's an oven outdoors. Okay, so we could do some, I don't really dig this orange too much, to be honest with you. It's like too bright for me. Just dunk this in coffee again, just to get the brightness out of that orange. It's too bright, too bright. So right here we're gonna dunk in coffee. Okay, let me go dump this. What do I want to dump? What do I want to do next? I have purple. I have green I could do. So let's dump both of them. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Oh, and I didn't put water in them. Cool. Okay. So again, I put very, very little water. And let's see, I have Dusty Concord. Okay, just I had to check if there was any ink in there. Is this cardstock? This is cardstock. Cardstock, cardstock, cardstock. And again, I'm shaking these because I don't really know. Do I really still have Victorian velvet left? No, I gotta stop. I gotta do pink. I didn't know I still had this left. So this is one of my favorite inks. It's called Victorian Velvet, and I thought I was almost out of it. It's probably joking on me, and it's probably, ooh, I'm literally to the end of it. There's nothing left after this. I'm getting some water and I'm squirting it in here. Hang on. I could get some ink out. So sad. This is it. This is the last of the last. And if it doesn't work, if it's not pink, it was all for nothing. Okay. I just saw a little bit in here and I was like, oh my God. But it's pretty much done. It's gone. I don't even think this will be enough to color anything. I might have to add the purple to it anyway. Hang on. Let me see. I think it's going to be not enough to color. Look, it does add the slightest tint of pink here. But isn't that lovely? It just makes it like a, like if you ever dyed avocado stuff, this is the color that it would come out, this pink. And it's beautiful. And I'm just going to dunk the other side in coffee. This is going to be my favorite right here. I could already tell. It looks like freaking ice cream. It looks like a Napoleon. I love this pink. I'm going to have to order some more of this pink because this pink, when it works, this pink is gorgeous. Again, that is Victorian Velvet Distress ink. I need to order more of that. Thank you for reminding me. This is definitely one of my favorite colors of distress inks. Look how beautiful. They're just so velvety. Such a beautiful color. And I'm going to dunk the other side in coffee. Yes. I'm just going to let that dry. Let me get these out of the way. I'm just putting them off. My mom actually left, I don't know, my mom left some random stuff in this house. And she's been out of this house now for almost a year. And she's only come back for a handful of stuff. So figured if she left it, I can use it however I want. These are some like old curtains that I don't think I've ever seen her use in her house. So I just decided to use them as my as my drying rack. Okay, so I dunked it a little bit more into the pink. It just looks like a Napoleon. I love this pink so much. Let's keep soaking it in. Soaking it in. I'll put it in the coffee afterwards. Let it soak in that. Just soak in it. This is gonna be so pretty. I love this pink. I'm so happy it literally just had the the last little bit remaining life in here. These are the last papers this color will dye. It's okay. I'm happy I was able to use it up. Okay, so in this one, let's do what I was originally going to try, which was what? It was a purple. Is it around me? No, it's not around me. Where did it go? It was a dusty purple. Okay, here it is. Dusty Concord. Gonna mix this one over here. This pink, okay, this pink is giving me freaking life right now. Like I'm living for this pink so much. Okay. I'm gonna go order 10 bottles right now. Okay, let's see. 2 squirts of this. That's a lot. Let's mix it. This is literally the smallest amount of water. You'll run out of papers before you run out of water here. Okay, so this is already kind of dry. I'm gonna dip this in this purple side. See how that looks pretty. That looks pretty. I just dunked it in this purple. Again, this is Dusty Concord. Yes, this is gonna look beautiful. Dunking this again in the coffee. And I'm gonna dunk this again in the pink here. Just to get it triple dipped, quadruple dipped, whatever you want to call it. I want to get all nice and colorful pages here. Ah, no! That was not supposed to happen. Okay. Gosh darn it. That wasn't supposed to happen. Pink again. I'm living. Again, this is like the very last that this, and right here, I'm going to distress this with some coffee on half of it and let it drip down, let it just drip around. Okay, so that'll be there. This one's really pretty with the purple and the pink. The fan makes me dizzy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't even I didn't really realize that that was going to be like a thing. I apologize. I apologize. Okay, so let's get some purple on here. I kind of made it hard for myself right here. I'm just literally trying to scoop up some purple. You can also smash it in. Don't matter. Nothing has to be perfect here. I got the purple on here. Oops, sorry. I'm going to dump this in some coffee right here. Yes. Okay, so some things have dried. I'm looking at my things. So this is purple and coffee. This one's actually really pretty. Purple and coffee. I'm loving it. This could use some more color. Could use a little bit more color. It's almost as bright as the pink, and the pink is only that color because I didn't have any more. So let me add more purple. So that was Dusty Concord. I also have whatever this. These don't have colors on them. I don't know why. Just trying to get it to be a little bit more purple. Not that it's not. I'm just literally messing around. I have so many colors to play with. I might as well. I might as well use them all. Again, of course, these look much nicer if you can put them in the oven. They will get a much darker color to them. Just gonna dip this edge in purple a little bit. That looks a lot more purple than the last ones I've been dunking. So we'll test these out. Let me get these out the way. Second. Okay. This goes here. This goes there. The pink turned out a little bit more like purple. Okay. Oh yeah, I am loving that purple. That is so pretty. Let's do this whole thing in purple, and then I'll come back and dunk it in coffee. I'm gonna do the same with a couple of these. Just let that purple soak in there. It looks so pretty. I'm gonna keep dunking stuff in pink here. How I wish I had more pink. Ah, you guys, if you can, I definitely recommend Victorian Velvet. It is the most prettiest pink color, and you can get the most out of it. Okay, just literally dunking random stuff in this pink because I want to use it all up. This I am not going to throw away. I'm not gonna definitely not going to throw away this pink. I'm going to use it all up. But my live is pretty much done for the night. Girl, I'm looking at over 40 bottles right now. Some dusty. Now I know what to do with them next. Yes, this is fun right here. This is fun. And I'm glad I never bought more than this. I actually went on a huge shopping spree when I bought these. I bought like $60 worth of bottles. Why? I don't know. Just because I wanted to. And now I'm going to dunk them in this. Let's see, get some more of this pink in here. I need to use this pink all up. These need to dry because I'm going to dunk them in pink again. I am not wasting that pink. Okay, so let's try this purple. I think I'm only left with big pieces of cardstock now. 40 bottles. That'll happen. That'll happen. I have like I have like literally 20 bottles right here. Well, 3, 5, 3. That's 10. Yeah, this is like almost 20 bottles right here. So it happens. Trust me, I know it happens. I know things happen. 40 ink bottles. I mean, it just happens, you know. It can happen to anyone. Sorry about the fan, y'all. I really did not even realize until right now that would have been an issue. Sorry. I'm a bad host. Let's see if I can get these dunked in here, even though they're not fully dry. Soak in it. I need to buy more velvet, Victorian velvet. This color is giving me so much life right now. And it's just like, I didn't even know I needed it, you know? Yes. I'm pretty sure right now he has different color ink bottles. I haven't really been paying attention. So the game might be even better with these ink bottles. You might have different. You know what I would really want is that Tim Holtz, his Robin Nest Blue or whatever. That is a gorgeous color. My goodness. That is a beautiful color. That man knows his colors. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's dip this purple. Let's dip this whole purple in coffee. Yes, that kind of makes it less bright and grunges it up a little bit. And it's like what I need right now. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Tone down the brightness. Still show the purple, but it just like grunges it up just like a tiny bit. Just a tiny little bit. It was sold out when I wanted to order the whole set. The whole set? He has them. Oh, you mean like the ink pad and everything else. Yeah, that color is... It's a good color. That's a good marketing color. I'll tell you that right now. I love teal, so he got me. Got me with that teal. I'm going to keep dunking these in purple. And these are going to look like such a pretty distressed purple. I am so happy with this. I only have a couple more dunks to do before I'm done. I might just dunk these in coffee and call it a day. But come back tomorrow and I'm going to try and stamp all these and you can take a look at what they actually ended up looking like. This is actually looking more purple, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I'm not mad at it. It's okay. Yes, anything dipped in coffee will like automatically make it like vintage. And I love that. It might have turned purple because of the colors on my fingers. I don't know. The pink kind of turned out a little purple. But I'm not mad at it either. I'm still not mad. So now I only have the big. Okay, yeah, now I only have the big cardstock. So that'll just dip in coffee. Okay, you guys, I had a lot of fun dipping papers in liquids with you tonight. If you have alcohol inks, definitely do this. Definitely get, you know what, I'm just going to mix this here with this because this is going to be a mess if I keep trying to do this. We'll just mix them all together. It doesn't matter. It's all good. I like getting different color combos, so it's all good. Okay, you guys, I had some fun tonight. I will be back tomorrow to do some more junk journaling. I'm going to be stamping on all these pieces of papers that I just dipped tonight. So come back and hang out with me tomorrow or come back and watch the replay. I appreciate your guys' support, hanging out with me, chatting with me. It really helps me out. Give me a little thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Sorry about the fan. I didn't even realize. You guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Give me a little thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Bye.